I don't think I've ever wanted to make a video less than I want to make this one, but you wanted an answer to the things you were saying, and people have been telling me for a long time to go after you, but I'm not doing it because of those people. I'm not doing it because of any of the people who have told me that you're an asshole, that you are a closed-minded bigot, that you're a bipolar son of a bitch. No, I'm not doing it for any of them. I am doing it because you are a fucking disappointment to me. As a fan, as an admirer, you have disappointed me. That's why I'm making this video right now. The first time I ever saw one of your videos was back in the days when you made videos that were audio only. And I heard your voice, and I said, there's something about this guy that I just don't like. I just don't like his ass. But time wore on, and people kept sending me the videos of yours, and slowly but surely, perhaps like a tumor, you started to grow on me. And very soon, I started to become an admirer of yours. I liked the way that you tore apart the Bible. I liked the way that you stuck it to the Christians, that you were not afraid, and that you have a nice voice, Brett. You have a very nice voice. It's very authoritative. This is what I mean. I always mispronounce that word. And you could tell that this video does not give me any fucking satisfaction whatsoever. It was the hard case thing when I first saw that there was something a little bit off with you. Because I knew, as well as pretty much everyone else, when you started saying that hard case had insulted your family and called your daughter whatever you claimed it was that he called her, that didn't happen. We all decided to give Brett Keane the benefit of the doubt because he was the bigger atheist. He was more important to the movement than hard case owns you. And there was no reason for us to doubt him on something like that, because the alternative was to think that he was saying this about his own daughter just to drum up sympathy. And none of us wanted to believe that about you, so we believe maybe hard case did say something like that. And later on, when you said that it was a fake hard case that said it, someone imitating hard case, we ignored how illogical that was, and we said, okay, let's give Brett the benefit of the doubt. We've all done stupid things in stupid times. And then, after I defended you in those videos, I started getting a lot of emails about you from people outlining various things that you had done. But I said, you know what, someone as popular as Brett Keane is going to have people talking shit about him. Just like I'm sure there's plenty of people that talk shit about me. So I can't take these at face value because these people are biased. You're always going to have people have a problem with you when that many people know about you. So I ignored every last one of them. Dozens of emails that I received telling me pretty much the same story. I went on Brett Keane's channel and I disagreed with something he said in a video, and the next thing I know I was banned. Someone sent me to a site created by you where you claimed that that you had written the lyrics to a song that you had not written the lyrics to. A song by the band Him. I don't remember the exact song, but I told you, I emailed you and said, Brett, what's up with this? You better take this down, because if any of your detractors find this, they're going to have a field day. What's up with this anyway? and you gave me some very lame explanation that it automatically puts your name in, which I know is not the case. I mean, it does automatically put the person's name in, but not in the particular field that it was in. You had titled the song such and such by Brett Keane. It was part of the title of the song as you had input it. So it was blatant plagiarism, but I ignored it. I let it slide because I admired you, because you'd made so many great videos, because it really didn't have anything to do with you as an atheist. So I let it slide. I pushed it out of my mind. I ignored it. And then I started noticing something very peculiar about you. Whenever you're in trouble, whenever you meet controversy, one of three things happens. And you do find yourself in a lot of shit, Brett. You let your mouth get you into some shit plenty of times now. And what happens immediately after is, A, the person who's giving you shit suddenly becomes someone who has insulted your family. Even if none of us saw them insult your family, you tell us, you assure us that they've insulted your family, that they've called your children names, that they've made fun of your wife. The next thing we know, or we see a video with your kids that show what a great family man you are, how much you love your kids. Or we get a video about your mother and the tragedy of her death. So basically, every time you get in some shit, you play the sympathy card, and you get out of it. Every single time that you've ever talked about your mother, it's always been immediately after an event on this board that made you look bad. It's nothing more than a public image thing to you. That's all that really matters to Brett Keane, is how Brett Keane is perceived. And you've got a lot of people fooled. But you know what? The longer you do it, the more people are going to catch on. There's plenty of us that have already. One Less God and Exiled were both admirers of you, just like I am. One Less God and I both stood behind you through a number of your scandals. And we both regret it. We both regret not jumping on your shit a lot earlier. But we always gave you the benefit of the doubt. We always let shit slide with you, Brett, because you do so many things so well. You're such a good thing for the YouTube atheist in so many ways, and people genuinely like you. I know it because I genuinely liked you. In fact, against my will, I still kinda like you, Brett. But you're just too full of shit. You really are sociopathic. You view emotions as something that you can use to gain leverage over people. Every time that you have ever been in a tough situation, you've played an emotional trump card. When you give people respect, you make these videos where you give people shout-outs. And I thought it was really nice that you did that. Until I realized that you really expect something back from these people in return. You're not just promoting them for the sake of promoting them. You are promoting them for the sake of building an ally base. You want the super friends. As much as you claim to be against organization, you are building a network. You don't want to be a piece of an organization. You want to be the guy at the top. That's pretty fucking obvious. Because you'll do anything. You'll side with any person you think you need to side with. You will tell any lie you need to tell. You will create fake emails that insult your own family and upload them. And when people point out, hey, this says it was sent 2 hours ago, you take the video down and you make up something about how it was some prankster that had sent the email 2 hours ago before, when you said earlier that you had a copy of such an email. Let's see if we can get this straight. In the Hardcase incident, you said that you had an email from Hardcase where he insulted your family. Then, a day later, you showed an email that said it had been screen capped 2 hours ago. The screen cap said it had been sent to you 2 hours ago. Yet you had just taken the screen cap. So, did you see this email coming by prophecy, Brett? It was an obvious lie. We all knew it. But we all looked past it. Because we all liked you. We all liked you a fuck of a lot better than we probably liked Hardcase, especially at the time when he was a lot smaller. We didn't know much about him. And you're good at getting people to like you, Brett. You are an expert at it. Because you know just the right buttons to push. But that's all it is to you. It's just buttons. Like, I type out a word, you can type out a feeling. You can make people feel what you want them to feel at any given time. You can always drum up sympathy. And you know, I wasn't even going to make this video until I saw something written to me by a user named Calicomb Cutter in a comments to one of my other videos, the video about Glenn Rebb being banned. He said to me that he doesn't respect me because I insult other people's families. And he followed that up by saying that the only good man on YouTube is Brett Keane. Now, I searched my mind to see if I had ever on YouTube insulted anyone else's family. And I couldn't think of a single instance of my doing so. So the only conclusion that I can come up with is that someone with a track record for telling people that someone had insulted their families in order to create sympathy for themselves and hatred for that person had told him that. And only one person sprung to mind as to who that might be. And guess what? It wasn't One Less God, it wasn't Hardcase, it was you. You're the one with a track record for doing that stuff. So obviously, you've been telling people that I've insulted your family. Because that is your modus operandi. You've done it before, you'll probably continue to do it. And I pointed out this inconsistency in your story. In one video, you had said that your mother had kicked you out of the house because you didn't want to go to church because you didn't believe in that stuff anymore. In another video, you said that you prayed till the very end, and that not until after she died did you become an atheist. That's a contradiction. And no, I'm not going to go look for the evidence. You have 660-something videos, Brett. I'm not going to go through those videos looking for the 2 specific videos where you contradicted yourself. But I remember what you said, and you know what you said. And hell, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the videos that you made wasn't missing by now. How long are you going to insult your own children? How long are you going to abuse the memory of your own mother in order to create sympathy for yourself? How long are you going to do that, Brett? I mean, do you have any feelings at all Is there anything human behind those eyes? Are there eyes at all behind those sunglasses? Is there anything genuine about you? Do you have any real concern with anything in this world other than yourself? Does anything really matter to Brett Keane aside from Brett Keane? That's the question I'm asking you. Because I've looked for evidence to the contrary. I have fought against losing my faith in you. And it's been hard. It's been really fucking hard. And I don't want it. You can't say that I went out there with an excuse to try to fucking find something about you that I didn't like. Because anyone who knows anything about our history knows that for the longest time I have been your most adamant supporter. I have videos where I have described you as this heroic figure with the waves beating against his chest saying, "You're not going to defeat me, world." So you know that I am not a hater. Not when it comes to you. I have done everything in my power to keep my faith in you, but you've lost it. Because there's only so much that I can ignore. There's only so many times I can say, "Oh, well, I'm sure that it's a misunderstanding." There's only so many times that I can give you the benefit of the doubt before the doubt starts winning out. But you know what? I gave you my password once. And you went on here and you made a video for me. And you told me afterwards, don't ever give your password out to anyone again, including me. And you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to give me that advice. And I don't know, I don't think you read my emails either. I don't think you snooped around. And you didn't do anything underhanded that I could notice. And I left my password the same for quite some time after that. And I don't think you ever spied on me or anything like that. So there's something positive, I guess. There's some sign that you're not totally beyond all redemption. And there's been other things I've seen. Little glimmers that gave me hope. Very few and very far in between. But now you're getting called on it, Brett. So answer for it. Don't give us more lies. Come on here and tell us the truth about who Brett Keane is, what Brett Keane wants. And for the love of God, stop referring to Brett Keane as Brett Keane. There's no need to talk about yourself in the third person. Come on here, without your fucking sunglasses on, look into the camera, and tell us the truth. Tell us the truth about the hard case incident. Tell us the truth about your plagiarism. Tell us the truth about why you banned people from your channel. Tell us the truth about your about your history. Tell us the truth about why you talk about your history. Tell us those truths. That's all we want to know. That's all I want to know. If you could just come on here and admit that you had done wrong, That would be the first step for you towards redeeming yourself. Not in my eyes, because you shouldn't give a fuck what I think, but in your own. Because it can't feel good to do the things you've done. So please, Brett, for your own sake as a human being, come clean. Talk about Brett Keane's problems, his faults, not just as a way of faking some humility, but show us the disgusting underbelly and tell us what motivates it. I won't do another video to you. I don't care what you say to me. I don't care what you say about me. If you want to come on here and tear me apart, then do it. I will not fight back. And I'll never try to get you off of this YouTube. I probably won't even unsubscribe from you. I won't defavorite any of your videos like One Less God has done, because I liked them at the time, and I probably would still like them if I saw them. But do I like Brett Keane, the person, right now? No. I'll let you have any response you want to. I'll never say another fucking word. Not one more word on the fucking subject. I promise you that. So go ahead. Say what you want. But remember that it's not just me you're talking to. It's not just your subscribers. You gotta do right by yourself. And if you continue to be disingenuous, then really you're only going to hurt yourself. Because no one is going to fault you for coming clean. No one is going to think less of you. I would think a lot more. And I think a lot of the people that you have deceived, a lot of the people that have been banned just for seeing through you, that have been banned just for disagreeing with you, I think a lot of them would appreciate that as well. I think a lot of them could find it in their hearts to forgive you for the things you've done. That's all.